Hello and welcome, everyone. I'm Ral West, and I'm so glad to have you join me today for this live session on how to organize your business for long-term success. If you're here, I'm assuming you're looking to build a business that not only thrives today, but can sustain growth and success for many years to come. And I'm here to show you exactly how to make that happen. Whether you're just getting started or you've already been in business for a while but need to fine tune your operations for scale, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to dive into 3 critical strategies to help you lay a foundation for long-term success. But before we jump in, let me take a moment to share with you a bit about my journey. I've built businesses, scaled them, and sold them. I've also had the privilege of working with numerous entrepreneurs and business owners. And one thing I've seen time and time again is that the businesses that succeed long term are the ones that are built on strong organizational foundations. Through my 4+ decades of entrepreneurial experience, I've identified 6 principles for lasting business success. I liken these to having a 6-legged stool as your foundation. If any one of those legs is too short or weak, your foundation can topple. You must pay attention to all 6 principles on an ongoing basis to attain sustainable success. In my own experience, organizing your business the right way, using these 6 principles, is one of the most important ways to grow a solid business. And above all, you want to make sure you are not bogged down in day-to-day chaos and overwhelm. You cannot do it all and expect your business to grow. It's about creating a business that can grow, that can work without your constant presence, and that keeps running smoothly even when you're off enjoying your life. You want to be the owner of your business, not the operator. So if you want your business to have lasting power, let's explore the key strategies that will allow you to thrive. By the end of this session, you'll be armed with some actionable tips that can change the way you approach your business. Let's kick things off by talking about how to build a scalable business structure. When I talk about scalability, I'm referring to the ability of your business to handle growth without growing pains. A scalable business structure is one that supports increased demand, increased products or services, and more customers without requiring a dramatic increase in resources or effort. Here's the truth. Many entrepreneurs make the mistake of creating a business that works well for the early stages when it's just them, maybe a few employees and a handful of customers. But when the business starts growing, the systems they've built are often no longer effective. To build a business that grows with you, first of all, you need to be able to step back and work on your business and not just in it. And to do that, you need to define your core processes and systems. Document everything from how you interact with customers to your workflow. Systems create efficiency, and without systems, you end up putting out fires rather than focusing on growth. The more you can reduce your processes and procedures into writing, the easier it is to share them and teach others how to properly do the work. Think about how you can duplicate yourself. In other words, have other people do what you do. This will create more freedom for you and more time to spend on growing the business. Set up roles and responsibilities for your team. Whether you're just starting to build a team or if you already have one, it's critical for you to have a team, even if it's a virtual assistant and a bookkeeper. You cannot grow your business all by yourself. Every person on your team needs to know exactly what they're responsible for and how it fits into the larger picture of your business. And make sure each person knows the desired outcome, what a good job looks like. This is key to being able to delegate properly and maintain clarity, communication, and focus as you scale. Also, make sure you have feedback loops in place so you can monitor your team's activities. You can't just set it and forget it. You need to be able to trust, but verify. Automate wherever possible. Use tools, software, and technology solutions that will save you time and reduce human error. Automating routine tasks is a great form of leverage that allows you to free up valuable time for more strategic thinking and business development. Using AI can greatly increase your team's productivity. There are hundreds of apps and programs out there that can be used. You'll need to do some research to find the ones that suit you best. All of this means you can increase your output without increasing your input. And that's a key part of a scalable business. Now let's talk about company culture. And I'll be honest with you, it's a topic that many people overlook when thinking about long-term success. But if you're going to create a sustainable business, your company culture is what will keep your team motivated, aligned, and engaged for the long haul. I always say that your company culture should be the foundation for everything you do. It's the glue that holds your team together, the filter through which decisions are made, and the energy that drives your business forward. It also needs to communicate your values and guiding principles to your community and your customers. Think about how you want others to think of your business. So, what does creating a strong company culture look like? First, define your core values and guiding principles and communicate them clearly. Your values and principles should guide every decision you make and every interaction your team has. They should be the priority in every process, from hiring to customer service. When your employees know what you stand for, they can make decisions that align with your vision. Foster a culture of collaboration. Encourage open communication, teamwork, and feedback. When people feel heard and understood, they are more likely to go the extra mile and contribute to the business's growth. Prioritize employee engagement. Happy, engaged employees are your best asset. This doesn't just mean offering perks or incentives, although that can help. It means creating an environment where employees feel valued, supported, and aligned with the company's mission. When your employees thrive, so will your business. It's a win-win. Your business culture will dictate how your team handles challenges, serves customers, and adapts to change. So if you want to make long-term success a reality, start with building and nurturing a culture that aligns with your vision and goals. And remember that delighting your customers is an essential factor in your long-term success. Make sure that your culture reflects the importance of your customers' experiences and that your team understands this. Finally, let's talk about setting clear, actionable goals. This is something I'm really passionate about. Setting goals is not just about having a to-do list. It's about having a clear vision and breaking it down into actionable steps. Without clear goals, you're like a ship without a rudder. You might be busy, but you're not making any real progress toward your long-term destination. Here's how to set goals that will truly move your business forward. First of all, make sure you have a vision for your life and that you know how your business will support the life that you want. I'm all about having a successful business, but I also feel strongly that we all deserve to live the life we truly want. Break your long-term vision into short-term, actionable goals. If you want to grow your revenue by 50% this year, don't just stop there. Break it down into monthly and weekly goals. What specific actions will help you reach that target? What milestones do you need to hit to make that happen? Setting actionable goals makes it easier to stay on track and measure progress. Use SMART goals. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. If your goals don't meet these criteria, they'll be harder to track, and you might lose sight of why you're doing them in the first place. Regularly assess and adjust your goals. As I always say, you can't improve what you don't measure. You must establish a system of tracking and measuring your key performance indicators. This helps you regularly assess your progress and make necessary adjustments to ensure you're on the right path. If something's not working, you need to tweak it until you get the results you want. Creating clear, actionable goals not only helps you stay focused, but it also gives your team a roadmap to follow. When everybody understands the goals and their role in achieving them, you create alignment and momentum. Making sure your team wins when the company wins is also a valuable strategy. Now that we've gone over these strategies, building a scalable business structure, creating a strong company culture, and setting clear, actionable goals, I hope you're feeling ready to organize your business for long-term success. I've seen firsthand how these strategies can completely transform a business, and I want to help you do the same. If you want to dive deeper into these concepts and learn how to implement them in your own business, I highly encourage you to check out my free webinar, Save Time and Scale Your Business, where I go into even more detail. It's packed with real-life examples and actionable insights that can help you overcome overwhelm, streamline your operations, and build the kind of business that lasts. And if you're ready to take your business to the next level, I invite you to enroll in my comprehensive online course, Overcome Overwhelm, Create a Smooth Running Business with Less Stress, where we'll work together to learn how to employ all 6 of my success principles and build a solid foundation for business success and enjoy the life you want as well. You can find my webinar and information about my course at my website, www.ralwest.com. I promise you that these principles really do work. They are the reason we were able to grow one of our businesses to 8 digits of annual revenue and then sell it to Alaska Airlines. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions. I'm here to help and support you as you grow your business. Thank you for joining me today. Let's make 2025 your year of long-term success.